I'm going to get started by taking this glue here from Mia Secret, and I'm going to place it on the bottom half of my medium stiletto extensions. I've been using this glue for quite some time now, and ultimately I do like it. I do realize that you need a little bit more glue than I normally use, so I'm going to place a generous amount here, and then I'm going to apply the extension by pressing down in a 45-degree angle. And the other thing I noticed about this glue is I feel like it takes a little bit longer to flash cure than what I'm used to, so I am going to sit here for about 20-ish seconds to make sure everything is just kind of frozen in place. So moving right along here, I am going to be taking this base coat from Madam Glam and applying that on top of each of the extensions. And as a reminder, all the products that I use in this video are linked in the description box down below. And if I have a discount code, it will be down there as well. So if you have any questions and it's not answered in the description box, go ahead and leave me a comment and I will respond to you. But now we're going to go ahead and cure in the lamp for 60 seconds. So now that we have the base coat all applied, I'm going to go in with my base color, and I'm choosing this jelly pink nude from Gayoi. This actually came in a 15-piece set, so there's about 12 colors and then a matte top coat, a shiny top coat, and a base coat in the set. And at this point, I have made my way through most of the colors in this kit, and I really do like the formula of this polish. It has that jelly-like formula, but it's also sheer enough, so it's great if you want to use them under things like French tips or even a design like this. And the kit actually has a range of colors, so you'll start off with a really light sheer milky type pink, and then they also have a sheer jelly red that you can still use as a base color as well. So it's been my favorite starter kit so far. So my first layer is all done. I am going to go ahead and cure, and these do require 60 seconds. So I'm going to pop them in my lamp right quick. And then I'm going to begin building up the coverage a little bit more, because you can see this is a true jelly sheer polish. So I do want to add, well, I'm going to add 2 more coats, but here's the second coat. So here is what 2 layers of polish looks like, and it's really pretty, but because my natural nails are pretty long underneath these extensions, I want to add some more coverage, so I am going to go in with a 3rd layer. All right, so my base color is down, and now I'm going to begin the fun part, which is the nail art. It's always my favorite part. So I'm going to be taking this rhinestone glue here from Melody Susie. I have been using this a lot lately because I'm really feeling the nozzle. It is so helpful when working with rhinestones, because before I was taking another glue and then using a dotting tool to get a bit more precision, but this one is much cleaner than that process, so that's why I have been using it so much more often. But what I'm doing is taking a small dot of this and placing it at the tip of the nail, because that's where I'm going to begin making the rhinestone French tips. So I'm going to be grabbing some pastel color rhinestones, and the color scheme is actually inspired by some Dolce & Gabbana shoes that I saw that I'll link in the description box down below. So I'm going to start off with the light pink because it's my favorite color out of all the colors there, and I'm going to place it at the tip of the nail. And basically we're going to be making a kind of like French tip, because typically with the French tip it is definitely wider. This is more of like an outline because the rhinestones will only go around the perimeter of the nail. So now I am taking that rhinestone glue again, and then I'm just laying it down around the perimeter of the nail just to get a guesstimate of how far down I actually want the rhinestones to go. So y'all know I love me some gold, and I just had to take these golden caviar beads and place them on each side of the rhinestone just to have that pop of gold in there somewhere. So next I will be taking these AB stones and placing one on each side of the nail right beneath those caviar beads. Now, because that glue is not cured yet, the rhinestones and caviar beads may slide up and down the nail, so don't be afraid to push them back into place. Now, once I have that done, I'm going to lay my caviar beads down right underneath, and we're going to keep that same pattern for the rest of the nail look. So now we are going to switch things up a little bit, and I'm going to be grabbing a blue rhinestone and a green rhinestone, but I will be placing the blue rhinestone on the left hand side of each nail, and then I will be placing the light green rhinestone on the right hand side of each nail. So the great thing about using a wax pin is you can actually pick up more than one caviar bead at a time. So now you're going to start seeing me pick up about 2 to 3 at a time and laying them on the nail, just so that the process goes by a lot quicker. So next I am going to be grabbing some smaller stones, and I'm just going to lay them underneath the bigger stones, and we're going to match the colors together. Underneath the green rhinestones, I'm going to begin placing yellow rhinestones following the same pattern. Big yellow rhinestone, caviar bead, little yellow rhinestone, caviar bead. Now underneath the blue rhinestone though, I'm going to go in with a purple. So big purple rhinestone, caviar bead, little purple rhinestone, caviar bead. And I'm going to do this exact same color scheme and pattern for each of the nails. So the best thing about this nail look is, first of all, it didn't take me any time at all to do it. It was really fast. And the other thing is you can switch this up by using any color scheme that you want. So whatever floats your boat, you want to use one color, you can do that too. Whatever you like, really. Looking back, I do wish I used lavender instead of this deep dark purple. Even though I was mimicking the color scheme of the shoes, it's just that when I am going about my day-to-day life, I tend to have my eyes gravitate towards that darker purple. And I think it's because it's so dark in comparison to the lighter colors. So that's the one thing I do wish I did differently. But despite that, everything still ended up okay. Now, before I cure these in my lamp, I am going to be taking some alcohol and a flat brush and removing any of the excess glue that's on the base color of the nail. Now, once I have everything laid down, I am going to go ahead and cure this fully in a big lamp. So I did apply the top coat like normal, starting at the bottom half of the nail and then working my way up. But as I got to the tip of the nail where we have the point of the stiletto, it caves in. So what I did was flip my brush on its side and paint that way. That way the brush isn't super wide and the top coat isn't getting all over my rhinestones. So these aren't like Swarovski at all. So they shine really well on their own, but if top coat gets on them, the shine is over. So I'm making sure not to get any of that top coat on top of the rhinestones. But when it comes to the purple and the yellow small ones, they don't shine at all. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. Right around the edges, I did switch over to a thin liner brush to lay the top coat down. Okay, so I'm all done with top coat. I am going to do my final cure. And here are what the nails look like all done. And when I tell y'all, I absolutely love these nails. Out of all the nail looks I've done thus far, this is definitely my second favorite. I won't tell you what my first favorite is because I want you to guess it in the comments. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you think. Are you going to try these nails? What color scheme would you do? And if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so on your way out so you don't miss another nail tutorial. And if you're looking for something else to watch, be sure to check out one of these videos here.